All right. What's up, everybody? So, quick live video for those of you that might be out there that want to watch. Okay. Just cruising down the interstate in my little burner Bumblebee car. Yeah. Nope, just headed to work. Leaving my truck at home. Driving all over the state like this puts a lot of miles on my truck. So, it's just like, nope, we're taking the little yellow car today. Bumblebee away. All right. So, today I'm going to talk to you guys about tank cycling. Tank cycling, does it really take a month? It's the question that everybody wants to know because everybody wants to start a saltwater tank ASAP. And I don't blame them because so do I. So do I. I love it. Right? That's why we do what we do. So here's the thing, guys. Does it really take a month? Does it really take 2 months? Does it really take 3 months? Hell no, it does not. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some tips here. So let's, first of all, to understand tank cycling, we got to understand the nitrate cycle, okay, the ammonia cycle. So here's how this rolls, okay? It's really simple. Ammonia, nitrate, ammonia, nitrate, nitrate. Okay, let me repeat it because I goofed up. Ammonia, nitrite, nitrate. Okay, that's the order it goes in. So we have to start with ammonia. Okay, we don't get our good bacteria, we don't get our tank cycle, we don't get our biological filter unless we have ammonia. So when people add live rock and live sand to the tank and then they let it set in the dark for a month or two and they're going through their cycle and then a month or two goes by and they're all excited and then they go out and they buy their first fish or they buy their first coral, and what happens? The sand turns brown, you get diatoms, you might get some algae, maybe something dies. Oh, my gauge, I let it cycle for a month. Well, you did it wrong, and you wasted a month. Here's how this is really supposed to go. Live rock, live sand, RODI water, bottle of nitrifying bacteria, fish or ammonia additive. Boom, bingo, bongo. Now you're done. You don't got to wait a month. You're good to go immediately. Here's, if you guys go out and you guys get all the stuff in the tank, get yourself a fish or get yourself a little bottle of ammonia. You can buy the ammonia additive from the pet store for like $3, okay? However you want to do it. Me personally, I do a fish because it puts some life in the tank, but that's just me. Okay. It's not going to hurt the fish. So don't think I'm cruel because it's not going to hurt the fish. All right, the way that this works, you guys, is very simple, okay? You add the nitrifying bacteria. Okay, so like I suggest Dr. Tim's one and only because it's bacteria in a bottle. It's good stuff. It's known to work. It's gonna work. Okay, so you get the bacteria, you add it to the tank. All right, you get the fish. You put the fish in the tank, and you're immediately good to go because the fish is going to produce ammonia, which is what feeds the bacteria. Okay, because you've already got that huge biological load filter in there from adding that bacteria. The fish is going to survive. It's going to be perfectly fine. And it's going to be that perfect relationship between bacteria and livestock. Okay. And then now I would suggest, however, you wait a couple of weeks before you start adding more stuff to the tank. You could probably get away with about 2 fish. I'd say maybe 2 clownfish or maybe 1 medium-sized fish to start. Okay. After a couple of weeks goes by, all that bacteria that you added becomes more bacteria. Okay. And then you just kind of go from there. So you got more bacteria now. Now you can add a little bit more. Okay. You can add a little bit of coral, a little bit of fish. I also want to talk to you guys about the ongoing issues of new tank syndrome as far as water quality and changes are concerned. Okay. So here's something to remember. Okay. When we're discussing water quality and new tank syndrome. All right. First of all, new tank syndrome is, when I say that, I'm talking about the diatoms, the brown sand, the film algae, all that stuff that happens when your tank is cycling, but there's, for some reason, we've got some phosphates, some nitrates in there, whatever. It's part of the cycle. It is what it is. Let your water age. Okay. That's my tip for you guys today, besides everything we just went over for cycling. Okay. My other tip is let your water age. Okay. Like a fine wine, it gets better with time. Okay. It's the same thing with your water and your saltwater tank. Okay. If we're constantly right off the get-go doing water changes once or twice a week, your water's not aging. You're pulling out that bacteria. You're probably not replacing it. Now you're going through a cycling process. You start to see all this ugly stuff in the tank. Guess what? Bam. You just got hit with new tank syndrome. Okay, so like a fine wine, guys, let it age. I hope this video helped. I hope it was simple and easy to understand. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll be out and about today. trying to knock out some deals. So if you guys have any questions, please hit me up. If you guys want any videos made for you, you got a question that you want to see me just blab about, let me know, guys. Put it in the drop down below. Yeah, so we'll be coming to you soonish, because I don't know exactly when, with that 60 gallon. All right, guys, God bless and take care.